today I've got my buddy Troy with me, who also works with me, but I just keep poaching all of my coworkers to come help me at my own house. But the first thing we got to do today is dump this dump trailer. It's just filled to the brim of crap. We're heading to the dump, which thankfully is like 3 minutes away, so my load doesn't even need to be that secure. It only needs to be like 3 minutes of road time secure, if you know what I mean. So this thing that I'm building here is basically gonna be the little roof bump out. Because I don't want to bring the roof up too much higher, I'm basically gonna nail it onto the side of the wall, and then we'll frame in across like that. Since it's just the 12-inch overhang, that will be plenty strong enough. We do it all the time in real/normal construction. Yeah, I guess too. Okay, so this is gonna be a little tricky. I think I'm gonna set a nail here so I can balance the thing on it, but then still fasten it from here. I don't really know. Actually, let me see one more thing. There's like a little spot on there I might be able to climb onto. Because if I have that wall there, which I'm thinking I do, yeah. So then I can stand here. It's a little awkward of a position, but it should work. And then yeah, if you could get me the gun as well. Got it? Come to me a little. Lift me up a little bit. Let's see if you can hammer that in. Beautiful. So then we can use those two 2x4s you cut, and we can build our little finisher. Dude, did you see my pristine deck handrail? Came with the house, bro. Lean on it, see how it feels. Wow. Pretty nice, right? So nice. Now, ladies, I already know you're wondering. Troy here is not single. He's taken. I am. I got your back, Avery. Don't you worry. He said, that's right. Beautiful. This is like the perfect ladder position. Let me see the gun real quick. Careful, I don't know how much I would trust that. I think Tweaker built it. Yeah, but keep going. That'll stump an atheist right there. Explain that. Explain that, All right, our next little project, or rather the next step in this project, is gonna be extremely annoying. We have to pull off like a little bit of siding inside. Oh, and it won't be that bad, I guess. Do you wanna bring this in? Do you wanna bring this ladder inside? I'm gonna grab a Sawzall. So that's not a bad angle where you can kind of see how the overhang works on the roof there. Not too bad. Maybe someday I'll like frame it up and then run it along this way to tie into this gable. Maybe when I redo the roof, because that would be pretty easy to do. Let me give you a measurement because our first piece will be cut probably. Let me just see if I can figure out what that'll be. Let's go 90.5. If you just pass it to me like that, that'd be perfect. See if I need to climb down or not. At least a little bit. And then if you could pass me that stapler in a moment. The stapler right on the thing, right? Yeah. Alrighty. Man, how the frick am I gonna get that stapler? Let's see, I can slide this to there. All right, this is gonna be interesting. Once I get this one piece on, it'll honestly be a heck of a lot easier. Oh, that's why. I got freaking siding over there I need to get out too. Let me pull that out of your way. Don't worry about the downspout or anything. Beautiful. I think we can get it out of that triangle that's on the horses. That's all I need for now. And then if you could just set the ladder up maybe on the deck so I can get down, that's probably the best spot. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna figure out our arch for this thing. Basically how I'm gonna build it is I'll cut 2 pieces of plywood, one for the back and one for the front with the arch cut into it, and then we'll staple with some like sheathing staples 2x4 blocks to make up the frame so we can actually nail or rather screw our sheetrock into it later on. So how I do that is I need to check my overall width of this opening. I was sloppy with it. Here I got 12 foot, 1.5, and then the only other dimension I need after that, I need to figure out how low I want to go. So I want to go all the way up to flush with the top, and then I want to come 2 feet down. So that's the only numbers I really need. So now I can punch that into my handy dandy construction calculator. I'll show you how that works. This app is called Construction Master Pro. It's undefeated in terms of helpfulness on products like this. So my width was 12 foot 1.5. I'll put that as my run, 2 foot rise. I'll press convert, arc, 10 foot 2.25 will get me my exact radius from there. So we figured out our radius. Troy is pulling it now. See, it puts us right on our corner there. 10 foot 2.25. So you can just hold right on that, scribe it all the way across. It should also bring us right to the edge of our plywood here, which is perfect. Yep. And then that gets us our perfect angle there. All right, so the arch is all pretty much finished up. I just need to throw a little backing in this corner. Then I gotta figure out something to do for this top part because the pieces are a little too thin for the header there, but I think I've got some ideas that I can make work. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do some framing in the master bedroom that I'll show you, which should be pretty cool. All right, so now this is the master, and we're gonna add a laundry hookup in here. So I wanna frame in a door here, so that way if we're running laundry at night, we can close the door and not let it be, I don't know, annoying and loud. So anyways, we're gonna build that guy in real quick. So now that we've got this door framed in right there, we can frame in our little platform ceiling, which would be the same height as that, into here. Might as well just drop the ceiling, and then I can sheet that all out and make myself a cool little storage spot up there. Ooh, roll it, brother. I'll take 6 foot, 1/2 inch. I'll take 2 of those. 2 of those? Yes, sir. All right, I'll get you this other number. Let's go 57 3/8. And I'll take 4 of those. Level. Up here, you can kind of see the base. There's obviously no floor on here yet. I'm gonna have to get some more plywood to be ready for that. But we're gonna cut out this middle wall right here, just flush with the ledgers. We'll pull all that out so we can run our sheets all the way across there. I might reroute this plumbing vent later on when I'm messing with plumbing and maybe tie it in up higher or inside the attic, just so that way we have less stuff in the way, but we will see. But anyways, let's cut this wall out now. Man, it's a good thing I got Troy here so somebody can do all the work. So, I need to go check about the power, because supposedly the power company turned the power back on, but I'm not 100% sure if I believe that. When I called the power company the other day, they said they've got the meter on, set for the house, and or hooked up rather, and then they were able to turn it on. So I called them and got all the stuff set up, and supposedly it got turned on. Well, let's see what we've actually got inside here. Turn this on. Power up top, breakers off. No power down below. Turn that on. Okay, now we've got power. So take note of the size of these wires. They're about just over 3/8 in diameter to the outside of the insulation. So why the thickness of the wire is important is because at the house, we've got a 100 amp breaker, but at the panel there, I've got a 200 amp breaker. Now my buddy who's an electrician told me, I'm not claiming to know this by any stretch of the imagination, but he told me that the wire that they currently have hooked up is not actually rated for that big of a breaker. So now over here, these are the same thickness of wire here, but I've got no signal. That beeping is just from, you know, the friction. I can get it to beep on a regular stud, so it's clearly not that. So somewhere underground between here and the power pole, which runs underground up to here, and unfortunately that means it's under the slab, but somewhere inside there, it's getting broken. The power is getting interrupted. So there's not gonna be enough slack to be able to splice it anyways. So I'm actually just going to have to run a new one, and I'll just probably run kind of adjacent to the slab, and then I'll run conduit from the corner of the foundation over into there, which will be a little tricky, but we should be able to pull it off. But my buddy Caden, who's the electrician, is coming tomorrow at some point, I believe, and he'll be able to tell me more. I've also got my first kind of rough order of plumbing and electrical supplies delivering tomorrow as well. So we'll get to start on some of that other stuff, which will be cool. And depending on how that other stuff goes, I might get started on some framing in the basement as well. But as of right now, we have got a pretty good amount of the framing upstairs done. Really the only other thing I can think of that we need to do is this little half wall here. This thing is like, I mean, it's pathetic. It's funny that they even left those there. It's almost more dangerous because you think there's a railing there and you might depend on it, when in reality, it's definitely not strong enough and you should not depend on it. But anyways, up here, I've got that I need to rebuild, and then in the garage, I've got this piece of rim joist that I need to replace. You can see I've got it ordered sitting right here, but I'm just gonna cap these plumbing hookups here, just right behind the rim joist, and I'll actually mark maybe on the concrete or on the wood below the rim joist where they are. So if I ever want to put a sink there for some reason, I've got it. So anyways, that's really all I need to do before I can run that material. So I'm gonna make a little list of some little things I can pick up from Home Depot tonight, and that's what I'm gonna grab. So anyways, thanks for watching Troy work. Thanks for watching me watch Troy work. But anyways, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.